Hey strangers, it's Liv. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a parent gift guide for Christmas 2020. So my parents are, the best. They've given me so much and I always want to try to get them like really cool gifts or something interesting that they can't necessarily buy themselves or something that they probably wouldn't get themselves. So some of these gifts I've given to them in the past. Some are future ideas that I want to execute for like a Mother's Day, Father's Day sort of thing. But I figured I would compile all of the gifts that I've given my parents or future gifts to parents over the years and put it all into one video. So I have a couple different like breakouts. I have tech gifts, miscellaneous, edible gifts, and beauty. So this is gonna go for mom or dad depending on their preferences. And I always try to shop somewhat local or local shops if I can. A lot of these finds are from Amazon just because I know for shipping that's probably gonna be your best bet, but that is just kind of a little disclaimer that I have. Some of these gifts also are a little bit more expensive, but one way or the other, you can kind of either punch up some of the gifts or you can, punch down some of the gifts depending on like the genre. You'll see what I mean in just a second. And if you have any ideas just overall, let me know, because a lot of these gifts I've already given to my parents or I'm planning to give to my parents. So if you find anything that, your mom or dad absolutely loved, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment box below so that I can have a good idea for a future gift for my mom and dad. So we're gonna go into tech gifts. I feel like this is kind of one of the meatier sections. So the first thing that I would recommend if your parents have a smartphone is getting the Spotify family plan. So it's $14.99 a month, and that's something that I re-gift my parents every year. I pay for the subscription and then I hooked up my parents' phones with Spotify, so that was kind of like a gift in and of itself. So a lot of the times that they listen to music, it's either on record or 8-track or cassette tape or CD. So it was just kind of nice to bring them into the 21st century with that gift, and then I showed them how to use it and they really love it. So that is something that I re-gift to them every year in terms of renewing our family plan for Spotify. The second thing that kind of goes along with that is getting them a Google Home or an Amazon Echo, and again linking it up with their Wi-Fi and showing them how to use it. So my parents, I'm trying to bring them into the 21st century as much as possible, and when I got them an Alexa, I was able to set it up, show them how to use it, linked it up with Spotify so they can, ask it to play music, they can ask for the weather, set reminders, set alarms, and they use it all the time. So that was really a big hit for me. If your parents don't have any of those smart devices, is to possibly get one of those two and then linking it up and showing them how to use it. Additionally, in the technology, I also got my parents a Nest about 1 or 2 years ago. And when you buy a Nest, also check your ComEd rebates, because I got the Nest for like an insanely discounted price because my parents qualified for a bunch of rebates. So the Nest is something that's really nice. I also linked it up with their Amazon Echo so that they were able to say, hey, turn down the air conditioning or turn up the heat. They have the app on their phone that I showed them how to use. So if they were out somewhere and it was really hot, they could turn on the air conditioning so the house would be cool by the time they got back. So that's something that they really enjoyed, and I helped them install it. I helped them set it up. So that was really kind of a fun afternoon, is getting all of the tech stuff in order. And I know that the parents sometimes in technology isn't always the best. So the next section might be the one that you're gonna pay attention to, but I know that my parents really appreciated the gifts of technology and kind of bringing them up to speed. So those are just kind of my suggestions. A future gift that I want to get my parents is the Ring. So that is a smart doorbell where there's a camera. You can see people coming and going. You can see if there's any notifications. It helps against, it's kind of like home security in a sense. If you see somebody approaching or anything that seems strange, if they were out of town, they could easily see who was coming to the door and kind of manage security that way. So that is something that I definitely want to get them. My parents are getting older, so I want to make sure that they're protected in case of an accident or of an emergency. So that's going to be the next thing that I get my parents. I think that might be like a Mother's Day, Father's Day sort of thing, but that, or even sooner, honestly. That is something that I definitely want to get my parents, and that if your parents don't have it, again, setting it up, getting it on the Wi-Fi, getting it attached to all the apps, and making sure that they feel safe and secure. Down to the last couple of things, they are all cell phone related. So a wireless charger is great. If your parents have a phone that uses wireless charging, I would definitely get that for them. They can put it on their bedside, they can put it next to, where they sit on the couch. So my parents just got iPhone 11s and they now have wireless charging. Before, their phones were like iPhone 5 or something. So they definitely upgraded there as well. So I definitely want to get them a wireless charger so they can wirelessly charge their phone. The next thing is getting your parents a nice phone case and phone screen protector. So my parents also just got, like I said, they got iPhone 11s, and I gifted them really nice Casetify cases. So this is the one that I have. I have something to keep it on my car, and then as well as a little pop socket here. But these cases are really nice. They're really high quality. I love the Casetify cases quality, and they are a little bit more expensive, but I really do think that that shows through in terms of the quality of the phone case. So I will put photos of the ones that I got my parents, and I had them pick it out themselves, but you can also customize a lot of cases on Casetify. So if you wanted to use family photos or places that they like to visit, you can go ahead and customize those on the back as well. So that if, you know, your mom or dad want family photos or something like that, something really cute, they can have that on the back of their phones. And I just think that's a really cute touch. So getting them a nice case and a nice screen protector and installing it for them and making sure that there's no bubbles or air pockets or anything is also a really nice gift and a nice gesture to do for your parents. The next section for parent gifts is beauty. This can be for mom or dad depending on their likes or dislikes, I guess. But the first item I want to go over is the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream. If you're any sort of fanatic or interested in like the beauty world, there's people that swear by this. It smells absolutely amazing. Like I don't even know I'm gonna put some on my hands because they're a little dry right now. This is my copy of it, but it's so soft. Your skin feels amazing afterwards, and we're getting into the colder months, and having a nice hydrating cream that also smells amazing is also a great gift. This is a little bit on the pricier side, but I know they do gift sets and stuff at Sephora, which you might get a smaller item of this, but you also may get more items that mom would like. So I would definitely recommend getting the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream. The next item is probably like the bougiest item that you could probably get dad. So this is a Gillette heated razor. So this charges via a little charging port down here, and the razor heats up so it feels like you're getting like a hot towel treatment every time you shave. This is also waterproof, so it could charge and then he could use it in the shower if that's kind of how he prefers to shave. So I know that this is really expensive, and I'm not entirely sure how much the refill cartridges are. I did get this from Amazon Vine to test, so I will be just kind of transparent with that. But this is a really nice gift for the dad that you know likes that hot towel treatment and shaves regularly. So I just think that this is the way to go. And also too, this is kind of one that if you wanted to scale it down, I know Harry's has really nice razors as well as Dollar Shave Club and stuff. So you could always get a subscription for dad through Dollar Shave Club or mom, because I know that they do have female subscriptions too. Yeah, this is kind of like the bougiest item, but it was really interesting when I saw it. So I thought that this was definitely one to throw into the mix. The next thing in terms of like razors or shavers is this Braun Gillette little like travel kit. So it's not really for more of a close shave. So if your dad has like a beard or any like, you know, sideburns that he wants to trim, this is like a nice little convenient razor that you can use. It charges, and I think it has 45 minutes of go time. And then on the side too, you can see all of the different measurements, so he can get kind of a precise cut on that. It also comes with like a little travel bag, and then it also has obviously the charger as well as a couple different heads for the razor. So this is kind of more on the less expensive side, and this is definitely more, the other Gillette one is more on the expensive side, but I think overall you can probably find a happy medium if you're looking for something for dad for Christmas. The next items you can get both at Sephora, and there's a men's cologne and a women's perfume version of this. So I saw this through Smoky Glow, and I thought that this was a really good gift idea. So essentially what it is you purchase like a sampler set of men's colognes or women's perfumes. Mom and dad, or whoever you really get them for, they get to try it out. And inside is a voucher for a free full size of whichever one of the samples they want. And looking at the samples and the price and everything, most of the perfumes or colognes, the full size that you get is more than the sampler kit. So you really are saving a lot of money with that versus if you were to just buy a full size that they may or may not like. It's cheaper to buy the assorted set and then have them choose which one they want and to go in and do that. So that is something that I know a lot of people are particular about smells, but that was just like a really good gift idea, and I'm totally stealing it because I feel like every once in a while it's nice to get a new scent, and especially if it's a good price for me and then they're getting a good value, that's like 10 out of 10. The last beauty related item is getting like a nice makeup brush set or like makeup sponges. So I asked my mom what she like uses for makeup, just because I'm very much into makeup and I was just like genuinely curious, and she doesn't have a lot of makeup tools. She just kind of uses her tried and true, but these are mine, but I did find these makeup brushes, and I'll link everything I'm gonna mention is linked below. But these are like so cute. They look like little pineapples, and these are just like the nicest makeup brushes that I've ever used, honestly. So these are dough color, I think. Again, I'll link everything below, but getting like a nice set of makeup brushes or revamping anything, or even like if you know your mom likes a certain makeup item or tool, getting a new one of those could be a really nice time, especially if there's any like holiday sets or anything. So again, I will link these below, but getting some nice makeup brushes is always really nice. It could even be like showing your mom a new technique that you've learned like by watching YouTube or something and incorporating that into her everyday makeup look. I have 2 more categories to go through, and the next one are edible gifts. So I love giving consumables just because I feel like my parents always have a lot of stuff and they don't need any more stuff. So getting them something consumable is something that they really like to receive. So I put together a list of a couple things that I've gotten them in the past, and as well as giving in the future. So the first thing, this is what we're actually giving to John's mom. So if you're watching, fast forward like a minute or 2. So what we got is an assorted like tea set, and it's a variety pack of all different types of like calming teas. I know that she really likes teas that don't have any caffeine in them, as well as are like relaxing and good flavors. So we got this variety pack from Puka Tea, and it comes in a really nice box. So this is the box when you open it up, and then you can see all of the different teas here. So they had a decent amount of different varieties, like ones with caffeine and things like that. So this is the one that we're giving to John's mom for Christmas. So that's just something that's really nice. Getting a variety pack is something that I always prefer, because I feel like sometimes I don't want to break out of my comfort zone. So having a wide variety is always really nice. And it also comes with a booklet of explaining the teas and all that stuff. This is the first like edible gift idea. Another like edible gift is getting your parents their favorite beer, or getting them maybe your favorite beer so that they can try, or wine or spirit, however they like to celebrate. I think that's always like something really nice, is that I feel like parents don't always buy like the best or like the newest stuff. They kind of stick with what they know. So maybe getting them something a little bit out of the box could widen their horizons a little bit, and it could also be like a fun cocktail night or something to do with them as well. Something else that I discovered this year is an electric kettle. So there's just something so simple about it, but like low key, this is awesome. It literally can heat up 1.7 liters of water, and it's maybe in like 5 minutes. And I use this for like ramen. I use it for tea. I use it for any time I really need hot water. So this has been great. It also is just like very compact. This is like the heating element down here. So you don't need to worry about like the stove getting left on or anything like that. This automatically shuts off once it hits a certain temperature. So this is definitely something that would make a really good gift for the tea lover in your life, or if they don't have currently an electric kettle in the household. And then finally, I think this is something that I like thought was really cool. So for Father's Day this year, I made my dad DIY trail mix. So I went to Costco, I bought a bunch of different like snacks that he really likes, and then I made him his own trail mix. So I bought peanut butter pretzels, I brought the freeze-dried blueberries, M&Ms. I will insert a photo of it here, and then I made my own little label for it too, and I gave that to him, and he was like totally stoked. But there were nuts in there too, and like peeled pistachio. So that was a lot of stuff that he really liked. So I made his DIY. I wore gloves. I made sure everything was really safe and like sanitized and everything, but he really, really liked that. So if you have a Costco membership, or if you can go to the store and get it, or like Target and make your own, that would be a really cute idea. But yeah, I loved making it and like layering everything in, and then I liked making a label for it. So he really did get a kick out of that. So that is the last edible Christmas idea for your parents. The miscellaneous, just kind of some like random stuff that I've given my parents over the years, or just maybe it will spark an idea for you, are thrifted finds. So I know that there might be some people that don't like to thrift for gifts, but I really don't see any problem with it because, I mean, I go thrifting, my parents go thrifting, so giving somebody something at a thrift store like isn't a weird thing. I mean, you wash it, you make sure that everything's good to go, and then you give it to them, and it is very sustainable to do that. So I only have one thrifted find this year, but I did find this Chicago You've Got Style old style mug, and what's really cool about it is that it's like raised and you can kind of see like the texture on it. So I got this for my dad, so I think I'm gonna get him like a 6-pack of old style as well as this so he can kind of enjoy his old style because he does like that beer. So I'm gonna do that. But I saw this and thought it was so freaking cool. But like always going to thrift stores and seeing if there's anything too. My dad's a really big Elvis fan, so I've seen some like Elvis ornaments and stuff while I'm out, and I get those for him when I see him. So just never count out the thrift store for gifting. I know that, again, it's not everybody's like forte, but again, if you gave this to somebody, like, it's really cool. It's vintage. You're not gonna find this on Amazon per se. So I wouldn't ever count out the thrift stores, but again, just make sure that you wash everything and make sure everything's good to go before gifting, because that might take some of like the weird stigma around it down. The next miscellaneous is comfy clothes. I am a huge comfort person, and so are my parents. Like, we like wearing sweats and sweatshirts and comfy clothes. For my mom's birthday this past year, I bought her a couple like nice fleece tops and zip ups that she can wear. They were just like general hoodie zip ups, and then there was one that was like Sherpa. So I got those at Kohl's. I'm a Midwestern white girl, so of course I went to Kohl's with my Kohl's cash, bought my mom that stuff, but she did love it. I got Kohl's cash back anyway, so there's that. But yeah, she really liked it, and I think overall, parents are different in that way though, because they'll be like, oh, I don't need any new clothes, but then you literally see them wear the same clothes for like your entire life, and you're like, maybe it's time you get a new sweatshirt. Even though they're still gonna wear the old sweatshirt, it's nice to have a new sweatshirt for when you want to go to the grocery store, and that's about it these days. Second to last thing is a heated blanket. Now, I had a heated blanket at work for the longest time, and since I'm working from home now and I have a new job, I brought it home, and it's like the best thing. It was already nice at work because where I worked was always really cold, so it was nice to have that like warmth. But having a heated blanket in the house is 100% underrated. So if you find a nice heated blanket, I would buy it and give it to mom and dad, and get one for yourself as well, because they're a lifesaver and they automatically turn off too. So after 3 hours or an hour and a half, I believe, they automatically, again, turn off. So you don't have to worry about the house going into flames or anything like that. There's always that safety precaution. Obviously, always don't rely on that, but it is kind of nice to have that peace of mind with that automatic shut off. And then the last thing are masks. So you can never have too many masks, especially nowadays. You should not be re-wearing a mask multiple days in a row. That does not help at all. You need to make sure you're washing them and sanitizing them. So I got my dad an Elvis mask actually from Forever 21. The mashup we never thought we would see this year. But I did get him that mask and he liked it. So go on Etsy also and see if there's any masks of like a fandom that like your parents like. You know, they might have really anything, or their favorite sports team or something like that. There's plenty of local places that will make masks or have made masks. Just check Facebook Marketplace and Etsy. I wish I had gone that route, just in terms of a sustainable aspect, but also I just felt really compelled to get that since it was like Elvis licensed and it was like $10 or something. So that is it for the gift guide. I hope you guys liked it. I hope this sparked some ideas. I hope that everyone, again, is staying safe and staying home when possible and being socially distant and washing your hands and wearing a mask. So yeah, that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you like it, go ahead and give it a like. And if you like me or want to see more of me in the future, go ahead and hit subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!